Yo, what's up everybody, it's your boy Slim, aka Mr. Different, back with another video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at V Collection version 7, brought to you by the guys at Arturia. I know I'm a little bit late on this one. I know it came out about a week or so ago, but I want to take my time and understand and really get used to it and play around with some of the new features and new plugins and stuff like that inside of it. So I do apologize for not being ahead of the game and being on time. That's just me. I like to take my own time and learn this stuff, but I really think this is a dope one to look into. It's my favorite collection of synths, and also now they have a new pay-as-you-go plan on Splice where you can get this at a very affordable price. It's probably one of the best collection of sounds out there, hands down, in my opinion. But we're gonna check it out right now and see. But before we get in, if you can follow me on my social media at MrDifferentTV, Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud, Facebook, all that. Follow your boy. Also subscribe to the channel. Help me hit 100K this year. We're probably gonna make it. I hope we do. And also, I got a brand new website out, and I'll talk more about that later in the video. But right now, just know I got a brand new website. Link in the description below. New sound kits, all of them on there are $1, and also got some free ones on there as well. So check that out and get you some free sounds and also some cheap sounds. And then there'll be new stuff coming out soon. So let's jump right inside FL Studio and check out Arturia version 7 or Arturia V Collection version 7. Here we go. So here we are inside of FL Studio. I got a little beat going on. I'll probably play in just a few seconds, so don't worry about that. But here is Arturia Analog Lab version 4. It is version 4. I'm gonna go through each individual plugin, the brand new ones only, none of the old stuff. So you know, so you can hear it. I'll go through a few little sounds and stuff like that. Analog Lab is in version 4, which basically means they just added in the extra features and the extra plugins and sounds. Analog Lab is probably the best way to go. It's almost like having Omnisphere or Nexus, something like that. You get all the presets from all of the V Collection, but just in one plugin. So it's very dope to have. You just can't tweak everything as if you have the V Collection, which is dope. So let's go ahead and play this little beat real quick with all the new sounds, and then we'll go through each individual sound and play some presets within those sounds. So yeah, just a little beat I made, you know, just with the brand new sounds inside the Arturia V Collection. So let's go through each individual sound and, you know, check them out. So like I said, if you got Analog Lab 4 and if you had the full V Collection, inside Analog Lab 4, you can bring up each individual preset, but also you can bring up the actual VST if you own it. So you don't have to have, you know, all of them, but if you just want certain ones to play around with, you can definitely get that and play around with it. So here's the first new plugin. This is the Arturia CZV, which is a brand new, I'm guessing a digital type of synthesizer. Like it's pretty much a digital synthesizer. I don't know which one to recreate. I didn't look all into the details and did all my history. I'm just going through them pretty quick, pretty overviewish type of video. You know, it's straight to the point. So very simple VST, very simple sound. As you can see, I made this little pad sound. I tweaked the preset a little bit, but as you can see, it has all your standard stuff. You can change the timbre, the timing, the noise, the effects, stuff of that nature. You can change. I guess it's like a wavetable based synthesizer. It says phase distortion synthesizer, so you know, pretty dope there. Then you got some vibrato stuff, arpeggiator. You got a cool little sequencer up here, and then of course on all the Arturia plugins, if you press down this little arrow, you get the more section, which really you get to the meat and the guts of the whole synthesizer. You got the synthesis part where it has all the stuff you need for the synthesis, which is pretty dope. You have the envelope, and you got, you know, different ways to manipulate and modulate your envelope. definitely a modulation section. Probably my favorite modulation section I've seen, where I like how you can, if it says none, you pretty much click what you want to modulate or whatever you want to cause the modulation, and then you select the destination, and then you pretty much select the value. So that's a pretty dope modulation section right there. I wish a lot more VSTs do something like that. It's pretty much a modulation matrix type thing. Then you got your, LFO, simple stuff. It also has sample and hold, which I really do like. That's in Pigments, and I'm glad they threw it in here as well. Pigment's still one of my favorite synths. Might do a video on my favorite synthesizers. Who knows? And then your effects, of course, and it has some really good effects, the standard stuff that you're used to. So that's pretty good. We'll go through a few little presets right quick. I just play some different presets that should be in the pad section. So let's just go through some presets. So yeah, I mean, there's some pad sound, but it does have more. It has keys, leads, organs, percussions, all that good stuff. You have to just try it yourself. Like I say, go get the demo, try it out, and then, play around yourself. So moving on to the next new addition to Analog Lab. Well, not a new addition, but a updated version. This is the B3 version 2. So they upgraded the original B3 organ that was in the original Analog Lab. Still a really good organ, but they brought it into the V2. As you can see, it looks a whole lot different. No longer are the actual pedal boards and stuff like that, the Leslie thing and all that. So there's no more of that. They took away the effects and they put it in like the behind. If you go to effects and modulation, that's where they have all that stuff now. So I do like it. It's a lot sleeker. Of course, with the Arturia plugins, you can resize everything. You can make it bigger, make it full screen, all that good stuff. See the whole product, and you can resize all Arturia plugins, which I really do like that. So if you got like a really big screen, you can make it super huge, which I don't think you want to do that at all unless you're just crazy. You got a 4K screen and stuff like that. So that's definitely dope. So this is what it sounds like. Probably, I like it. It's one of my favorite organ plugins. My only organ plugins, except the one I have in Contact, and I really do like this. I'm glad they brought it to the new way. Let's say you have different what is it called? The drawbars. You have drawbars. You have your fast, slow, your Leslie cap type thing to make the rotary Leslie or speaker. I'm not too proficient in organs, so don't get mad at me. Good Lord, I know somebody there. I play real organ at church, and you don't know what I'm talking about. Hey, of course, I don't play at church, so yeah, okay, whatever. And stuff like that. You can change the percussion and all that kind of stuff. You got your definite modulation. You can actually modulate this with an LFO step sequencer. You got your upper and lower drawbars, which is pretty cool. An advanced tab, and you also have effects as always. You can put different effects in there. And like I said, it's really do. They got different type of rotaries right here, which is dope. Different type of reverbs. You can add in your own extra stuff like there, tape delays, compressors, distortions, all that kind of stuff. And I know I'm going by pretty fast. I know how you guys don't like me talking fast, but guess what? Oh well, it is what it is. Get used to it. But yeah, so yeah, definitely dope. B3 version 2 of Arturia, definitely gonna be a go-to for me, especially you're into that Zaytoven-ish trap type of stuff. I know you're gonna be struggle with Zaytoven on my channel soon. There you go. It got you covered. All right, so the next right here is a new one. This is called the Synth V, which looks like a weird, crazy modular synthesizer. It's really crazy. I don't really know too much about it, so I'm not gonna even pretend like I do. But to me, it looks like a basic subtractive synthesizer with some modular functionality as well. Because you can see that this huge patch bay right here, which you can pretty much just patch everything everywhere the way you want to. It's got the cool little dots. I'm guessing those like the cables. I'm guessing if there's a real version of this, it has cables that go on the inside. Don't know. You got 3 different oscillators, which is always great. Noise generators, filters, your standard ADSR, envelope slope, all that kind of stuff. Your reverberation, they have a reverberation part right here. They have the joystick, which sucks because I wish I had an actual joystick, but it has a joystick and they got this cool little keyboard out here with your sequencer and stuff like that, so you can do some sequence stuff as well. So that's pretty dope as well. And then of course you got your back here you got just your joystick modulation, your effects, stuff like that. It's pretty slick, pretty easy. It sounds really cool. I went through some of the presets. They do sound wild. I'm gonna play a couple of the presets because this is a pretty interesting one right here. So let's go get that set up for you guys. Sorry I had reverb on it. But as you can hear, like I said, of course it has keys, bass, and pads and all that. Of course, you know, play with yourself. But as you can see, it does have a real modular sound to it, and that's what I think will be the appeal to it. It seems like I don't want to say it's a replacement to the modular V, which is a really dope plugin. I still use the modular V, but it's a definitely different. I think it kind of goes hand in hand with the Buchla V that they made as well. So yeah, another one right there, the Synth V. I think is how you pronounce it, Synth or Synth V. So yeah, it's very dope and cool. Now on to the hidden gem. I think this is gonna be the hidden gem inside the Arturia bundle V Collection 2. It's the plugin I think a lot of people are gonna gravitate to when they realize it's actually like the GOAT. It's gonna be the new thing, and that is of course the Mellotron V. So I'm going to pull it up. Yes, they finally did the Mellotron, which I don't think there's many Mellotron plugins out there. I think there's one by that one company that makes that piano plugin, Easy Keys. I think I want to say it's Easy Keys. I'm not sure, but I know there's another Mellotron plugin out there, I think, but it's dope that they have one in here. And the Mellotron has been, you know, I don't know too much about it, but I think it's like kind of like an old school sampler type thing. Don't quote me on that, you know, because I didn't do all my research, but this thing has some pretty dope sounds, some very old schoolish kind of sounds. I think it would be dope in a lot of plugins or in a lot of production. So this is what I made with that, or the sound I picked. I mean, it just has some of the best sounds in the whole collection. Let's go ahead and go to the actual preset. So here we are. I think this flute right here is gonna be like the new go for a lot of people when they realize how good it is. Now, of course, when you put like some reverb and delay and stuff like that on it, that's gonna be the sound that I'm pretty sure a lot of people are gonna use when they catch on to it. But let's play a couple of other sounds. Now, see, one thing I will say about the Mellotron is that they do have certain keys. Don't, you know, it only goes certain keys. It is key split, so depending on where your notes are hitting, is where it's gonna trigger sound. So do keep that in mind when you're using the Mellotron. This is definitely gonna be a dope. I'm telling you. I just can't wait. And like I said, you can bring up the little function out down here. You can drag your own samples into it. I haven't done it yet, but I know you can drag your own sample into it. You got cool stuff like tape saturation, mechanical noise, floor noise, all that good stuff. Wow and flutter, dope. And then if you go to effects, you got your effects pedals, which that is pretty cool EQ right there. But you got your effects pedals, which I like how they're doing like these new looking stomp box type things. I know there's a way you can add your own samples into it. I haven't figured out how to do it yet. I've seen somebody do it, but I haven't tried it out myself. But you should be able to add your own samples in here. And then, because like I said, you can split them, you can key split them and all that good stuff, turn the effects off. As you can see, you can key split and all that. So you should be able to add, yeah, there you go, put edit. You can drag your own samples in here, and then you can do some really crazy stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing people actually recording stuff or stuff like that, drag it up in here, and then sampling it inside the Mellotron, doing some really dope stuff. I know I will in the future. Right now, I just don't have time to do it, but hey, it's right there. So yeah, my final thoughts about the V Collection. Let's jump right to it. So what do I think about the V Collection version 7? They just keep getting better and better. I feel like Arturia is really nailing it home with their analog style or analog emulation synthesizer. They're always adding in weird and unique synth that a lot of other companies aren't even looking into. So long as they keep up that same tradition of bringing us unique sounds and unique synthesizers that are sought after or that people can't get a hold to, I feel like they're gonna have a great bundle. In my opinion, since I'm mostly a synth-based producer, I don't really use a lot of real instruments. I feel like this is the only bundle I really need. Like I don't need no Omnisphere. I don't need Nex. I don't need none of that. You buy the V Collection, you get over 12 different VSTs, over 8,000 or 9,000 presets. I mean, there's really no reason you need to go anywhere else. Like I say, if you don't want to buy the V Collection, you can always buy Analog Lab 4. You'll still get all the presets. You just get a few controls for the sound, but you get over 8,000 presets. I think even more than that at this point. So yeah, it's really dope looking. Like I said, now it's a pay-as-you-go plan. It's even affordable. And if you own a previous copy, you get a discounted price to upgrade. So I mean, there's really no excuse why you shouldn't be trying to get this yourself. So yeah, I don't know. It's up to you. But with that being said, y'all know it is your boy Slim, aka MrDifferent, not motivated by money, but like subscribe reviews. Let me know if you have been messing around with the V collection. Do you own a previous version of the V collection? Or are you planning on getting this new version of the V collection? I want to know in the description below, and let me know what type of music you make with it, because you know I love it. So that being said, hope you guys enjoy like always, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one, everybody.